For over 40 years, Dallas Safari Club has been a leading voice for international hunting, as well as a recognized leader in the world of wildlife and wilderness conservation. The proven model of conservation through hunting is under attack. Politics and political correctness have taken the place of science-based wildlife policies. A life membership into DSC is a critical and ongoing statement of support for the work being done by this great organization. Life membership is, in reality, a lifelong commitment of support to the fulfillment of the DSC mission. Dallas Safari Club will do whatever is necessary to promote and protect a system that has proven itself over and over again. Dallas Safari Club and the DSC Foundation will never forget why we are here. We are here to conserve, to educate, and protect the rights of hunters and our hunting heritage.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of things to celebrate this morning at the Life Member Breakfast, beginning with the fact that we are all here together in person, enjoying the fun and fellowship that is all part of the greatest 4 days in the hunting and conservation world. Of course, I'm speaking to this wonderful convention. Thank you for being a part of it. The pandemic brought many changes and challenges. It continues to teach us lessons. One is which is to never take for granted our freedoms and our ability to get together. Simple gatherings such as this with fellow hunters, friends, and loved ones. So let me tell you, from a place of deep gratitude, thank you and welcome for your attendance today and your support of DSC and for being a life member of this great organization. This week, we're not just celebrating another convention. We are celebrating 40 years of this tremendous gathering of sportsmen, sportswomen, adventurers, and conservationists from around the globe. Truly, the entire hunting world has come to Dallas. As we look back over the past 4 decades, you could say that our beginnings were humble, but the passion and the effort behind those beginnings laid the groundwork for where DSC is today. It all began in 1978. A Saturday night banquet at the Dallas Marriott and Market Center consisted of a small but fun social gathering. Some visionary member sought out 2 guns and a fishing trip that resulted in our first official fundraising effort. In 1979 through 1980, the Saturday evening event moved to the LeBaron Hotel. The first years of the DSC exhibitor concept where guides, artists, and booking agents could promote their goods and services. A single life-size black bear mount provided the distinction of becoming our very first animal exhibit. Judging by the spectacular display of taxidermy waiting for us right out here, I would say we've come a long ways. In 1980, saw our first actual hunt donation, an aoudad sheep hunt in Palo Duro Canyon. With both growing interest and membership in the club, DSC moved to the Amtrak Hotel at the DFW Airport in 1981. This became our host hotel for the next 10 years. In 1985, DSC adopted a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday format, which could be considered the birth of today's convention concept. Exciting exhibits represented outfitters, artists, taxidermists, and various manufacturers from around the world now awaited attendees. Each gala banquet each evening featured an ever-going live and silent auction, and the revenue generated targeted the fulfillment of the DSC mission. Over time, The success and need for continued growth led the convention to the Anatole Hotel, the Hyatt Hotel, and eventually Market Hall. But still, we continue to outgrow those venues. In 2010, we moved into our present home, this beautiful Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center, which boasts 800,000 square feet of space that we fill with 1,800 booths today. Now that is growth. So 4 decades of history, challenges, and growth have come and gone. From our humble beginnings, we have evolved from a small club to an internationally recognized organization for conservation and advocacy. The world relies on us at this point. This growth was only possible because of your support and your dedication. More specifically, you as Life members are the backbone of growth, both from your financial commitment that sowed the seeds for today's success. And this organization we call DSC is now poised to make our 40-year anniversary a launching pad into the challenging years that are still before us. It is a fact that we face challenges today that were not imaginable when we started. The explosion of social media has changed the world forever, and as we see it, most of it for the worst. Today, misinformation is passed off as reality in a massive and instant global audience. The anti-hunting movement quickly recognized that social media could be weaponized against hunting. They understood that public opinion could easily be molded, pressure on politicians and policymakers could be leveraged, and they enjoyed complete confidence that their agenda would have full support from a mainstream media that has become increasingly hostile towards our proud hunting heritage. The Cecil the Lion firestorm and the lessons that it taught the community, including DSC, were painful but very valuable. To be frank, the international hunting community was simply unprepared, certainly unprepared for the repercussions of this event. This became the catalyst for change, and our organization decided that we can no longer take the defensive position. We must offer counter-arguments to the lies and propaganda continuously assaulted on the fact of a fallacy. DSC has now taken the leadership role in the creation and distribution of science-based fact of supporting conservation through hunting messaging that continue to have strong influence on wildlife and conservation policies both here in the U.S. and around the globe. Advocacy for science-based wildlife management and legal regulated hunting must and will become a priority for DSC. To succeed in our efforts, advocacy must become more than a word. It must become the heartbeat of our organization. Anti-hunting legislation is continually being offered at the federal, state, and international levels. It is no longer a simple matter of public opinion. Animal rights activists are continually filing lawsuits at every level of the American court system with the intent to bring an end to our proud hunting heritage and at the expense of our well-proven conservation successes. Catastrophic challenges to the ability of hunters to import legally taken trophies from international destinations into the U.S. are the latest and most severe threat to the future of international hunting and thereby the future of DSC. This advocacy fight will require a massive effort. It will also require significant financial support that will allow us to build a government affairs program in Washington, D.C. This will give DSC a permanent and increased presence to fight the political and legal battles that we will encounter in the next 40 years. This program will allow us to fight fire with fire and challenge the anti-hunting movement in court. With this support, we will continue to operate on the offensive. But the success of this advocacy fight will depend on the collective effort of every single person in this room, both in personal engagement and financial support. Together, we will win this fight. We can all be proud of our history and the organization that we have become. Yet, our next 40 years will demand that we live up to the mantle of leadership that has trustingly been placed on the shoulders of our organization. DSC is ready for the future and the challenges that it brings. We are well positioned to lead, defend our ability to hunt, and prove the unquestioned truth behind the proven model of conservation through hunting. Thank you, and God bless you.